Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Friday Night Smackdown. Hi, Tony Schiavone with Pat McAfee and Wade Barrett. And today on Friday Night Smackdown, we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Thursday Night Impact or Hit. Xia Li was still in her war with Johnny Gargano and Jimmy Hart. And as we saw, Xia Li beat Johnny Gargano. So we wonder if that war between the two of them is over or settled or not, Tony Schiavone says. I can tell you one thing right now, Tony. I don't know if the war between Xia Li, Johnny Gargano, or Jimmy Hart is over or not. I don't know if that war has been settled or not, or it's a furlonging thing. Wade Barrett says wars never get settled by just a few fights. Alright? Yesteryear is all full of that. You know, the third between year wars that dragged off for third between years. World War I and World War II that had many fights within that war. The war on fair striking. I mean, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, I don't think this war wrong between Xia Li, Johnny Gargano, and Jimmy Hart, is over or not. I truly don't think that's over. And I think Johnny Gargano should have won the TWF 24/7 winnings. Because at least that's my belief. Well, you could have that belief, you could have that belief all you want. You could have that belief all you want, Tony Schiavone says. But now we seem to have half of the doomsdays coming out here, and they don't seem to be all that happy. We have Raquel Gonzalez, now known as Raquel Rodriguez, but in the day it's the same self. And then we also have Roxanne Perez that didn't shift all that much. Alright. You might think, why are we out here for? You're thinking, the doomsday that we run everything. I mean, yeah, it's true that Alberto Del Rio is the TWF Pennsylvania Right Fighter. And sooner or later, we're going to show Calistro who's boss. We already did LA Knight and AJ Styles and Sheamus O'Shaughnessy in that tag team match. I mean, the sky is the cutoff for Finn Balor, Ricochet, and Alberto Del Rio. Yes, Alberto Del Rio is the stadholder for Dominic Mysterio, but if he came in, we wouldn't kick Alberto out. And it's true that Aaliyah is the stadholder for Liz Morgan, and if Liz Morgan showed up, we wouldn't kick her out. We'd want to say that in WWE, we were the former WWE Women's Tag Team Fighters. And we do know who those folks would be. So, yeah, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, whatever you want to call yourself, come out here because the Doomsday wants to take the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings as well. So, get your booties out here, get your behinds out here, so we can kick them. Well, they're frightened of us. You do know that. They're not going to, they're frightened of us. They're not going to be all bold about it. You know that, Raquel says. Alright, hold it. Are you saying that we're frightened of you or something? See, I don't know where Rhea Ripley's at. I mean, she could be in one of those bends. Or she could be right on the board. But if you think that we are frightened of you, then think again, because we're not frightened of you. Yeah, that's right. So you say you want a match for the TWF Women's Tag Team Winnings? Man, does the Doomsday thinks they're so cool, EO, they think that they're going to do what the Nexus and the Ace and Aids couldn't do in WWE and TNA. They think they're going to do what the NWO couldn't do in WCW and WWF. They think they're going to do what DX couldn't do in WWF. I mean, come on. You truly think that you're going to do all that? Yeah. You've been together since 2022. Why, I'll give you that. But you also think you're going to do it the blood way you thought they were going to do and lost at in WWE. Yeah, we'll give you the match. Come on. You think you're going to do what the site's going to do. We just got to hear for Theodore Long to come out and make everything true. All right, players. So, I don't think anyone has come out here. Stand up! Come on. Stand up. You can't stand up anymore? Look, players. You're right. Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, you want to go one-on-one with Raquel Gonzalez and Roxanne Perez for the TWF. Put your TWF Women's Tag Team Winnings on stake here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And then by all means, let's do it. Yeah, our leader is the biggest gimpgoid of them all. Well, here we go. And now we just got Varia on the ring now, and Varia has been the only first ever woman match keeper, fight keeper in the toy wrestling gathering. This match is for the TWF Women's Tag Team Winnings. First, they are the team of Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez. And they are the TWF Women Tag Team Fighters of Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai. Standing. Well, who's going to start it out for us, Tony Schiavone said, for the Doomsday? I guess that's going to be Raquel Gonzalez. And I guess it's going to be Rhea Ripley starting it out for her team. Well, I could tell you what. Call her what you want to call her. Call her Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez. Whatever ring name you want to call her. She's got all the might. And Rhea Ripley also got all the might as well. And she just picked up and slammed it, Raquel Gonzalez down. Going back to their wars when both of them were on NXT. Here comes. And Rhea Ripley is a strong woman in her own right. She picked up Raquel Gonzalez and down she went, Tony Schiavone says. Wade Barrett says Raquel Gonzalez or Rodriguez, whatever you want to call her, she is a strong woman in her own right as well. Wade Barrett says. She isn't only a four-time WWE Women's Tag Team Fighter. She is a former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter. And you're saying that Rhea Ripley hasn't done anything either, Tony Schiavone says, Wade? Rhea Ripley is a former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter. She's a two-time World Women's Heavyweight Fighter, two-time WWE Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and she at least won the WWE Women's Tag Team Winnings at least 2 times. You left out one thing, Wade Barrett said, that Raquel Gonzalez is a former 2-time WWE NXT Women's Tag Team Fighters as well. And here she comes now, calling herself Big Mummy Cole, calling her Big Sexy, like she thinks she's Diesel or something. Oh! And she just hit the ring steeple. Instead, head first in that, Tony Schiavone says. Well, I don't know what Diesel or Kevin Nash's stance is on her. Oh! And now, Now Raquel Gonzalez just tags in Roxanne Perez. Tony Schiavone said it hasn't shifted from going from NXT to Raw. Not all that much. And now, Io Shirai, down she goes. Roxanne Perez slaps her, and Io Shirai is not taking it and slams down Roxanne Perez, who goes down in yesteryear as being the first ROH Women's Heavyweight Fighter. And now, Io Shirai, want to do that moonsault. And down on Roxanne Perez. Tony Schiavone said, you gotta watch out for Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez, whatever you want to call her, Pat McAfee says. She's been known to do all kind of cheating things like she's doing now. She wants to break up that reckoning that's happening here. 1, 2, and only a kick out. You know? And now, Rhea Ripley. You know, just tagged, Io Shirai tagged in Rhea Ripley now. And Roxanne Perez just tagged in now Raquel Gonzalez. Well, here it's going to come up, Wade Barrett says. You're going to see new TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters. Wait a minute, she wants to do it. She wanted to do the jackknife and the riptide. Rhea Ripley just riptided Raquel Gonzalez. This match is over. And wait a minute, Roxanne Perez wants to seek to break it up. And Io Shirai coming in and knocking her down and doing her splash on her. Then throwing her out of the ring. Looks like this match is over. That's not fair, Wade Barrett says. That's not fair. They shouldn't be doing shit like that. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. Here are your winners. And still, the TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters, Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai. And that's got to be bad for the Doomsday, not knowing that they will not have the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings in their team. Yep, that will be kind of heartbreak for the Doomsday, Pat McAfee says, knowing they can't say they got the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings in their clubhouse or whatever they want to call it. That's kind of bad, Wade Barrett says. At the end of the day, I think that Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez, whatever you want to call her, she should win. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez or Rodriguez should have beat Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai, whatever you want to call them. But the Doomsday should have won the TWF Women's Tag Team winnings, and sadly that did not happen. Well, we can't sob forever, because now we got Gorilla Monsoon. Thank you, Tony Schiavone. I'm going to be talking with Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai here today on Friday Night Smackdown. Alright, stand up. Alright, Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, you both lived to fight another day, and you're both still the TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters. Well, it's like this, Gorilla Monsoon. We do live to fight another day. I think a lot of folks out there don't take us earnest enough because we were just put together. WWE put us together. Boom, we're the WWE Women's Tag Team Fighters. We get put together and boom, we're the TWF Women Tag Team Fighters. So, yeah, a lot of folks think if a tag team hasn't been teaming together for years, that it doesn't reckon as a tag team in their eyes, and they don't take us earnest enough. But yeah, we've lived to fight another day. We beat Roxanne Perez and Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez or whatever she wants to call herself. You got that right. Me and Rhea Ripley here, Gorilla Monsoon, we just beat Raquel Gonzalez or Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. And if you want to call me Io Sarai or Io Sky, you have the right to do that. It's true WWE at least has craft work over both those ring names. But they're the same wrestler. Same behavior, same deeds. But yeah, we're still the TWF Women's Tag Team Fighters. And so sad that the Doomsday didn't get to win those Strouts. Well, I guess we're so lucky, Rhea Ripley and Io Sarai, that you're both still the TWF Women Tag Team Fighters. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon. And that was my talk with Rhea Ripley and Io Sarai. Back to you, Tony Schiavone. Well, thank you, Gorilla Monsoon, for talking with Rhea Ripley and Io Sarai here today on Friday Night Smackdown. And that's all the time we got it for Friday Night Smackdown. I, Tony Schiavone, with Pat McAfee and Way Barrett. We hope you like Friday Night Smackdown, and we'll see you tomorrow for Collision or Hit.